Hi everyone, Dr. Trey here with Go Consulting, and this is your midweek life tweak. This week we are going over 5 tips on how you can stay more focused at work. Staying focused can be a bit of a challenge. A lot of times there are so many distractions, whether it's the internet or our phone or email or family or even our own brain. It can get a little challenging. So today I want to give you 5 tips that I use personally to make sure that when I need to focus, I can stay on point, on task, concentrating and productive. So the first one is using a concentration or a social media blocker app. You can use a concentration app like Concentrate or Focus Booster, and it's going to take you through a series of questions that will outline what your priorities are, and you can assign certain tasks. Like during this time you're going to write. If you go to this website, you're doing research. If you go to this website, you're doing something else that's going to be productive for you. And then during that time, only those sites that you designate are going to be accessible on your computer or your phone. So that's a really good way to block out anything else. What you don't want to do is get too distracted on other websites or off on a tangent on other websites that aren't going to do you any good for what it is that you really need to focus on. Or you can have a social media blocker app, such as Self-Control or Freedom. And that's going to block your phone from accessing any social media during a specific amount or designated time. Tip number 2 is to use an app like Focus at Will. I love this app. It is a neuroscience music service. There is science behind it that says that the music that you listen to in the background can help you be more productive. What it does is it keeps your monkey mind at bay. So your monkey mind is the part of your brain that really wants to get distracted. It likes shiny things, social media, email, anything that will keep you from doing what needs to get done at that moment. So the music you can actually select. You can select whether you like spa style or very zen low-key music, or maybe cafe sounds with people talking in the background, or more up-tempo kind of grooving music that's going to keep you super hype. And you can even select the intensity, low, medium, and high intensity. It's great to have playing in the background because it does keep that part of your brain that just wants to shift from one focus to the next on task so that you're getting more done. Tip number 3 is to know when you're most productive. Now, some people are morning people, maybe some are evening people, or you've got those midnight oil burners who are just super productive in the middle of the night. And it's better to know when you're most productive so that you can schedule your creative time or your study time or your focus time during those hours when you know you're going to get the most done. Tip number 4 is to sleep. Of course, 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours sometimes is optimal. But in those occasions where maybe you only have 2, 3, 4 hours available to you, you need to use that time to rest as much as possible. Now, there were times when I looked at the clock and I knew I had 3 hours before I needed to be up and moving. And it would freak me out because I was too busy being worried that I only had 3 hours left to sleep. But when I got to a point where that 3 or 4 hours needs to work for me no matter what, I would calm down and tell myself and tell my body, I've got 3 to 4 hours and that's all I need. And it was enough to calm me down so that I could take advantage of the time that I had available to me in order to get some sleep. Tip number 5 is to drink water and eat well. You have to make sure that you're hydrating. We're made up mostly of water, so you need to replenish that as often as possible. It'll help your body and it'll definitely help your brain. You also want to eat well. Instead of reaching for the bag of chips or a bag of cookies so that you carb crash in 20 or 30 minutes, that's going to ruin your focus. Pick something that's going to be a little healthier. Pick some fruits, pick some vegetables, maybe some protein. Something that's going to be nutritious and is going to feed your body and do you well. It'll help keep you focused so that you can get what you need to get done. So that's your midweek life tweak. 5 quick tips to stay more focused at work. Number 1, find a concentration app where you can designate the websites that you can access during a certain amount of time so that you don't get distracted, or a social media blocker app that will block any social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope, pick your poison, but it'll block you during a certain amount of time so that you can focus. Number 2, try an app like Focus at Will, which is a neuroscience music service that'll allow your monkey mind to be at bay so that you can focus. Number 3, know when you're going to be most productive. If you're a morning, afternoon, night, midnight oil burner, then know that during those times when you're most productive is when you should schedule when you need to be creative or when you really need to focus. Number 4, make sure you're getting some sleep. And whether you have 8 hours or 4 hours, tell yourself and tell your body, it's all the time I need to get rest. And then get rest. Number 5, hydrate. Drink water and make good food choices so that you're nourishing your body and your brain, and it helps you stay focused, concentrate better, and be more productive. I'm Dr. Trey, and this has been your midweek life tweak. We hope that you liked it. If so, make sure that you like it and share it with your friends. And also in the comments below, tell us some of the tips that you use in order to stay more focused and productive at work. We'll see you next week on Midweek Life Tweak. Thanks.